Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers, so if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. Now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, let me tell y'all something. As a person relaying all of this to y'all, this case has been one big roller coaster. So I can imagine how the family feels and the people that's actually there in the courts, how they feel, right? From a bunch of conflicting stories where now you have FBG Butta switching his stories according to reports. If y'all remember, FBG Butta has been very vocal in plenty of interviews saying that despite what we're told, King Von didn't kill K.I. However, he gets in the courtrooms and tells them a different story, stating that King Von did kill K.I. and the only reason he says Von didn't in interviews is because he's looking too much like a savage to the public and he didn't like that. Now, if y'all remember that post I put up on Butta doing an interview with lled K.I, where I pointed out how he says he didn't see the shooter in one breath, but in the next breath he says that he did. It's just one big show. Now, also reports that came out would include that FBG Butta got on the stand and admitted that K.I. was the one that allegedly killed O.D. Perry, who was an oblock affiliate, and I don't know what's going on, but it seemed like Butta was waiting for this moment to release all his info, and he finally got his shine. Now, if you're wondering what significance Butta has to the FBG Duck's case against oblock members, although he has nothing to do with the fatal day FBG Duck was shot and killed, whatever events he knows that took place in regards to them, this is just a tactic by the feds to further prosecute the members by making them look a certain way to the jury and prove that these guys are in fact bad guys with a motive against FBG Duck. One thing I realize is that everyone's acting surprised that these guys are testifying on oblock, but it's already been stated that these guys are cooperators since months ago. So why are we surprised that they're taking a stand now? We knew that eventually one day they'll have to, and that's exactly what we're seeing here now today and yesterday. But let's get into what the details are saying about FBG Butta's testimony. Now, shout out to Mickey Truth, Dre O, and everyone else who got their feet on land when it comes to this trial, because these are some of the individuals that have been updating us because they're actually attending the trial in physical form. Mickey Truth has explained that when she was on her way to the courtroom, she seen FBG Butta on his way to the courtroom as well, as he tried to pull a Trenches News move and keep a mask on, but he was told he would have to take it off. I'm assuming at first they only allowed Trenches News to do it because it's part of his moniker, his character, his image, where most people know him by stemming from his YouTube channel where he wears the mask, but eventually he had to take the mask off as well. For the ones that said Butta didn't take the stand, because I seen some rumors flying around saying that he refused to take the stand and he didn't want to go, whatever the case may be. That's not how that works. Once you offer information, you can't refuse to take the stand when they ask you to, because that would be a contempt of court, which will lead to him being arrested for it. Now, rumor has it, according to sources, they say that Butta didn't testify the first day he was supposed to, but took the stand the next day. And for the people saying it's good Butta didn't take the stand because he has nothing to do with the Ducks case, you'll be absolutely right. But once again, once you open your mouth and tell or offer some type of information in the first place, there's really no going back on your word with the feds. Plus, we can't forget all the interviews Butta did, speaking on certain situations, including the back and forth with Trenches News. They were both agreeing to things in an unsolved case, so of course they know that Butta knows something whether he snitched or not. He made it clear in interviews and through his arguments on live. His last interview with lled K.I, he clearly stated that he seen the people that were shooting the day K.I. was killed. So it's not too much getting around it when the feds question you, because they're going to bring these things up and you're going to have to answer to it and say why you said what you said in XYZ. But let's get to the bottom of what went down and explain Butta's reasoning behind offering information and taking a stand. Now, as Butta would take the stand and testify against oblock and FBG Duck's case, Butta will make it clear that he only volunteered to offer information because it was FBG Duck. People in attendance say the same way Butta acts in his interviews is the same way he was seen acting in court giving his testimony. Mickey Truth would confirm that Butta admitted on murders from oblock, with one of the claims he made stating that O.D. Perry from oblock killed Tuka from his side, allegedly, and in return, his sister got Kara Barnes, aka K.I., another individual, killed O.D. Perry. And as y'all know, this isn't the first time we heard that, but this is the first time it was mentioned in the court of law. Now, to confirm it as well, Butta would claim that K.I. told him himself about the murder out her own mouth. Now, when it comes to King Von, Butta admitted that King Von allegedly killed his sister K.I. and claims that the same day Von shot him, but fortunately, he was able to make it away. He claims that as he got away and made his way into the gangway, that's where he also spotted Von's best friend, T-Roy, as well. Now, speaking on T-Roy, it said that Butta also stated that T-Roy allegedly killed Squirrel, aka Dale Fisher, in an event that occurred back in 2011, stating that he witnessed that one with his own 2 eyes. Now, in addition to everything, Butta added that if he ever got the chance to do something to King Von when he was alive, he would have killed him himself. And yes, y'all, he did say that in court. He pretty much, I ain't gonna say snitched on himself, but he's letting it be known he's about that life in the courtroom. So clearly it was a lot said in court on Butta's behalf, although if y'all pay attention to the names Butta mentioned, from King Von, Dale, T-Roy, K.I., and O.D. Perry, they all have something in common. These are all members who are no longer here with us today. So Butta figures if he testified, and he will, but he's not telling on anybody alive, and no situations on anyone that could get somebody who is alive in jail. But here's the problem with that. I get what he's saying and I get what he's trying to do because, like he expressed, everybody put things on the dead. But the jury doesn't care about that. The prosecutor's job is to make these guys from oblock look as bad as they can to the jury, to put in their heads that they are more than capable of killing FBG Duck and prove that there's a motive for it. So in this case, the motive would be that there's a long war between these guys where oblock have took a couple of their members and vice versa, right? That's the motive. So with Butta's testimony proving that, although he thinks no damage is being done because he isn't speaking on anyone alive, he's still making it bad for them either way. I understand what he's saying, but it just is what it is. Now, Butta also made it clear, just like Trench's News did, that he was never paid any money by the feds to snitch. At least in his case, he said he wasn't paid, while Trench's News is saying that he wasn't paid nowhere near $25,000. Now, that rumor started going around about Butta, about him being given $10,000, but just like Trench's News said, Butta is saying that they are lying because he didn't receive that. I don't know, maybe the feds are fabricating things, or I don't know. But I do know that it's 2 separate individuals stating that the feds have lied about dishing out money, and we do know personally that it is a little complicated for feds to give out that much money. It's very hard for them to give you money to cooperate. They don't really do that because, like I said, when the feds come, they usually come with everything down packed and then they know what they want. So for them to be giving out money is pretty rare, but who knows? Now, before we end the video, one more interesting thing Mickey Truth told us is that there have been a separation order between Kenny Mack and THF Teasy. She also explained that in court, Kenny Mack seemed focused and very communicative with his lawyer, but on the flip side, THF Teasy looked very nervous. Keep in mind that Teasy is the same one that dropped Duck's location in the first place, starting all this crap that's going on, and it was due to Duck messing with his baby mother. It's been reported that the day that Duck passed away, he actually sent his baby mother 3 laughing emojis and a text message. Sheesh. All that because she didn't want to mess with him no more. Right? And it's crazy because she haven't been messing with Duck, they said, for a couple years. So it's weird. Now that pretty much sums it up, y'all. That sums it up for FBG Butta taking a stand the other day. Now let me tell y'all what I take from it, man. I know people are seeing no harm in certain names being mentioned now because it may have nothing to do with FBG Duck's case. However, a lot has been said between the people that actually went up and testified already, between Trench's News and Butta, and I'm sure there's more coming up. Don't be surprised if they use a lot of this information that's being given in this case in future cases that they bring up against other individuals. I don't think people are paying attention to that aspect of it. Everybody just saying, well, this has nothing to do with Duck case and this. But be careful to what you agree with because it can haunt you somewhere down the line. They can come back and say, well, during this trial, remember you said this back in 2023. Remember you admitted this to us in 2023 when you was on trial for FBG Duck. Right? So just be mindful of the things y'all say, please. But that's pretty much it. That pretty much wraps it up for FBG Butta, the first day he testified. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. I'm out.